Week 18 has arrived in the NFL, which means Black Sunday and Monday loom just days away. That's the colloquial term for the inevitable wave of head coach firings once the season concludes. Two coaches have already lost their jobs, Tennessee's Brian Callahan and the New York Giants' Brian Daboll. How many more will join them? Pete Carroll feels the most heat in Las Vegas after a disastrous 2-14 season. The 74-year-old former Super Bowl winner was supposed to bring stability, but the Raiders haven't won since Week 6. The Geno Smith trade hasn't yielded results. Both offensive and special teams coordinators were fired in November, and now there's a dispute with Max Crosby over his injured reserve placement. None of this reflects well on Carroll, who may be in over his head trying to fix a franchise where the rot runs much deeper. Carroll might survive because Mark Davis has paid out considerable money for failed coaches recently and may not want to shell out for another buyout. Still, it's hard justifying keeping Carroll given his age and the Raiders' need for organizational reset. Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland heads toward a fourth losing record in 6 years, including a second straight top-5 draft pick. The catastrophic Deshaun Watson trade is partly on Stefanski, who recruited him in spring 2022. Despite his offensive acumen, none of the 13 quarterbacks who've started under his watch has proven to be the long-term solution. Stefanski might be safe because he's done quite a bit with limited talent, especially offensively. Owner Jimmy Haslam might give him a chance to develop a highly drafted quarterback. Stefanski has reached the playoffs twice, won NFL Coach of the Year twice, and maintained steady demeanor win or lose. Raheem Morris in Atlanta sits at 15-38 in his second season. While Monday's upset of the Rams helps his case, the Falcons have regressed overall, and the operation feels shaky under his watch. He might become a fall guy alongside general manager Terry Fontenot, who oversaw an all-in 2025 that included trading away next spring's first-round pick. Morris might survive because the current mess is more on Fontenot. The McVay tree magic Atlanta sought by hiring Morris and offensive coordinator Zach Robinson hasn't materialized, but owner Arthur Blank might give him another year. Jonathan Gannon in Arizona sits at 15-35, entering his third season. He was hired partly to toughen up the defense, but that hasn't happened. This year's unit ranks 26th in EPA per play allowed and 27th in success rate allowed. Despite 17 of his 28 draft picks being defensive players, including 6 of 7 last spring, the Cardinals aren't demonstrably better than when he arrived. Gannon might survive because Kyler Murray remains the biggest franchise question, and better quarterback play might yield more wins. Owner Michael Bidwill might give him a chance to prove it, especially since Gannon had Arizona on upward trajectory through his first 2 seasons. Mike McDaniel in Miami sits at 35-34 in his 4th season. The McDaniel era started with a bang, but has petered out both micro and macro. He made playoffs his first 2 seasons, but lost 6 of last 7 in 2022 and 4 of last 6 in 2023. His motion-heavy, speed-oriented offense has been less effective league-wide, and off-field issues suggest he doesn't command the locker room. McDaniel might survive because Tua Tagovailoa's limitations and concussion concerns have hampered the Dolphins. If they don't bring him back next season, the salary cap hit would be so massive that owner Stephen Ross might keep McDaniel 1 more year to escape it. Aaron Glenn in New York has owner Woody Johnson's backing, despite 3-13. The Jets have been largely non-competitive, the defense has regressed, quarterback play has been bad, and they were big sellers at the trade deadline. However, Johnson stated publicly that problems are at quarterback, not with Glenn. The Jets have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts, providing ample opportunity for Glenn to reshape the franchise. For comprehensive NFL coaching news and Black Monday coverage, subscribe to USA Today News and stay informed on every major development.